So I gave this 1 day to drain and dry after the rain here. So back over here Saturday morning. See a puddle down there, not the end of the world. Doesn't look too terrible, so I'm gonna take the 220 back there to the back and see if I can get maybe down to the creek today with the road easement clearing. Well, there's still no dust down here. I'm gonna take the chainsaw, go ahead and cut these few trees up that I have down. Go ahead and take this row right there out, cut those up, see if I can't work my way on down the hill. And I got 3 more trees I need to take down here on this hillside. Drag over here and cut up. And I can kind of notch this down a little bit so I'm not leaning so much, maybe. Let's see if I can dig this and that little oak tree not fall over. Whoa, we're sliding. It is wet over here still. I don't know what the outcome of this job is going to be if it don't stop freaking raining. Because there's no way this is remotely going to be dry enough to do dirt work to build a solid base for log trucks to get in and out. Timber. I'll have to give it a good little swing here and boom down. There we go. Got it. Timber. Don't get hung up on the bucket brake. Ease right on down. Like so. We're sliding every which way here. For now, so I'll take this next tree down. I'll just take all this mess and just push it to the low side here and kind of start building a shoulder, because I'll cut this clay out, use it to kind of level the road up. Come on. Timber. That one was like right on the line. The reason I took it down is because it's pretty much me doing the dirt work right here and pushing any dirt up against that right there. It would have died. And I need all the room I can get to make these ditches work on the side of the road and cut all this out where everything drains. It's going to be quite the process. Anything important. Drag this one over here. This one. Get rid of that. Go ahead and take this pine tree down. Going. definitely aggravating to take trees down when the machine won't even stay put. Timber! Other than a couple more, there's still more down there. I was about to say I didn't think there was going to be too many more that I'd have to get up and get out and chainsaw, but I see at least probably a dozen more, which isn't too bad considering the amount that I've already been through here. Alright, where did I leave the chainsaw? Over here. Let me finish cutting this up. And this is the last big tree on this side. About 30 feet from the creek here now. Once I take this one down and that one tree there, I've got a pine tree and a couple poplars, little ones, to take down. Then I'm going to throw that brush in the creek and I'll be able to go across probably next week. I probably won't mess with that today. There's some things I want to work on at the farm. So good half day here got me to the creek like I wanted to. And I can come back next week. Hopefully it'll be a little bit drier. Tomorrow, a good day to dry. And we'll see. But as you can tell, it's so slick I can't even dig these roots up without sliding down the hill. Let's just see if this thing will push over. Big triple poplar. Timber, here we go, going for it. Oh, we're going off course a little bit. Oh, we're taking the run up down. That's like a quadruple whammy right there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees with that one. Can't even move this thing. Wow. There we go. Got that big root broke loose. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to dry out some. Let's just get in here and get some sunlight on it. Dry this dirt out. There's not going to be much of a hope for putting in a road with this moisture content. I do hear a lot of rock. That's a good sign. Come on. Trying to pull this up the hill. Do about 3 feet at a time, it looks like. Come on. Baby, dig in. This is how being muddy just makes everything so much more difficult. Time consuming. Alright, well, I pretty much have this where I can cut it up now. I'll go ahead and take down one more tree here, that way I have plenty to cut. And chop this up. Okay, so I'm going to start grabbing this brush and these logs and putting them down here in the ditch so I can cross over it. Kind of getting my path in ready for next week. I'm hoping what I can do is put some logs down in there and then a layer of brush. That way the water still flows through there. And be able to haul like all my brush over here. But that is to be determined. Break that and be done with that. Put it down here. Hey, there's some stringy little trees. They do not like to break. Actually, looking at it now, I'm coming into this ditch a little more to one side than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more centered into that peninsula, but it's actually off-centered, so it'll be a little bit more challenging. I swear I don't remember that stake right there. But that, sure enough, lines up with the property easement. We're gonna swing into that tree right there. Let's not do that. That would make me grumpy on a Saturday. See if I can push these other trees down without taking that pine tree down. That way I can go ahead and shove them down there in the ditch too. Think about it, I think I really want to try to haul my dirt over, or haul all my brush over there and my dirt to build the road before putting that big culvert pipe in, just to avoid, you know, any chance of, you know, all those loads over with the off-road truck, something happening to it, because that was a very expensive piece of pipe and that is not in the budget to replace it. But I'm gonna grab this and a couple more of these poplar trees, cut those up, drag that oak out, cut it up, and that's going to be the end of today. I may walk up there and just kind of give you a overview of what else is to do once I get over the creek here. What is flying around? I've made it to the other side. So originally, I swear I don't remember that orange stake right there. I thought the property line was over there, so I was gonna put the center right here. But now it puts the center like over here. So now I'm going to clear this out, cut this out, so that the creek can go straight. Because if I put a pipe right there, it's gonna deadhead right into that tree. That's not gonna work. So I'll have to probably grab that tree anyways. Just kind of reshape everything, fill all that in. The new culvert pipe will go right through here. Let's climb up here to the top of the hill and I'll show you what the next plan is. The stuff I get myself into. That's a nice straight path right there. We're quite the elevation change right here. So I think he's got 20 some acres back here. They're gonna log 8 or 10 acres of it. All that's gonna be open, turned into fields. He's gonna do one house out here, the owner. I guess next week I'll make my way up here, start taking these trees down. And let's see, there's some flagging. This is the clearing bounds for everything they're going to log. So I'll probably come into this area right here where there's not much stuff and just take all this little mess down, pile it up so that I can start bringing brush over here and just stockpiling it to burn there. And then once these trees are down, I'll figure out if my road's gonna hold up the truck to go ahead and bring that brush over here, or am I gonna have to go ahead and put the culvert in. I'm gonna bring the D7 over here and I'll just back up this hill. Once we strip all the mess off of it, just start shoving dirt down there. And I like to cut this hill down probably 8 or 10 feet right here and just kind of make a channel up through there and push that down in there to soften that slope. Probably bring the 350 over here too if I need to loosen all this dirt up, whatnot. Hopefully don't run into rock. I see a little bit, but hopefully I have enough stuff to take care of it if it's not solid. But yeah, small victory, still a lot to do. And then once they log all that, I have 8 acres to stump right in there. So I'll be here for quite a while. But good morning, everybody. Got the Thunder Creek over here. I'm gonna grease the excavator and fill it up with fuel instead of trying to fill it up out of the pickup truck. Didn't quite have that pulled off the road far enough. Had to jump out and move that real quick. Pretty stoked this morning. Got a lay all my cameras down. I'm pretty stoked this morning. I got the approval on that 6-acre pond that Robert and I laid out a couple of times there. So that'll be a fun project for this summer. And it's looking pretty promising on that other big job I looked at, doing maybe a 7 or 8 acre pond and a 3 or 4 acre pond. So if all that pans out, we got a lot of ponds to build, and that should wrap out the rest of our year for work. Let's get the air compressor going. Go ahead and grease the bucket real good. I'll probably fold it down, hit all the fittings right here, and fill it up with fuel. Well, we got some rain coming at lunchtime, which is just dandy. Hopefully it won't be a lot. Let's try to get across the creek here. Work my way up the hillside over there. So I piled a bunch of brush in the creek here last week. So far, so good. Let me just spin and make sure I don't have a log stuck up. We're good. Nothing grinding the paint away. Shove all this stuff right here. Make me a spot so I can get back on land. It's it'll be a little bumpy here. We're bouncing over top of about 8 foot of brush, so it's like trying to work while jumping on the bed at the same time here. That was the best way to explain that. Or standing on springs. Logs turned a little bit more right here, opened up, and I'm going to head up the hill and start dropping those trees, and then figure on maybe tomorrow getting the off-road truck over here. Got my logger, called him, soon we can start moving logs out. Really need to see how much it's going to rain, because that's going to determine if I can get the off-road truck in here, if the ground will hold it up. Because it's almost dry enough now, I think it'll work. I'd like to get some brush hauled from the front, kind of get my staging area opened up a little bit more. Alright, I gotta pay attention here before I flip over. That left side was starting to give out. So far so good. We're over here on solid ground now. I'll break this stuff up, shove that down in the creek as well. And that should hold everything for me to have access. I'll look at it. I may have to put some more bigger stuff in there and then push a little dirt over top of it. Kind of build a little bit more solid of a road, but I'm hoping with all that brush that water will just kind of keep filtering through there like it's doing, and I can just use that as a temporary road for now. Probably go and get some more trees like this size right here. Put them in there. That might have not been a great idea to take that one down. Now I'm going to have a big soft spot right here. Well, it's kind of late now, isn't it? I guess I could always cut that off with the chainsaw. Yeah, let me just cut that one off with the chainsaw and leave that stump here for now. It's kind of holding the bank. Grab a little of this stuff. Go over. Go up that high. Yeah, we'll go up that high. might turn out to be a halfway decent little crossing for brush. Let's push this tree over. I don't know what type of tree that is, some sort of oak. Liking what I'm seeing, some good red clay. So get my brush over there, bring that D7 over here, just start shoving dirt down the hill here. I may actually put the culvert in first over here before I start moving dirt down, because it's going to be on existing ground here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I can't really dam up the creek. There's enough water flowing through there where that would be a problem for more than a day or so period of time. I'll leave these bigger trees for right now. They've got to come down, but for right now I'm going to keep them because they're out of the way at the moment, and I don't have a place to put them right now. Once I get my trail cleared, then I can drag them up the hill. Definitely a tree that doesn't want to give up. I don't know what type of tree that is. I don't think it's a hickory. It might be a hickory. It's acting like one. Alright, I'm going to sit here and fight with this for a minute. So I got these cut up. I'll lay this over here to the side, make a stump pile right there. Bugs. Oh, we're teeter-tottering. I just cut a few of these smaller logs. I'll get a little something out of them. It may be 3 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks before they get over here and cut by the time I do the road, so I don't want this to go bad. They would probably go bad in that period of time. So I'm going to cut a few out just to finish the load off. Pile all that up right there. And I'm I'll go ahead and drop a few more of these trees, check the weather. I think I do have a truck coming to get some logs later this evening, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time getting some wood up there. All these are pulpwood, so I'll go ahead and take them down and just push them over there in the pile with the other stuff. Get this cleared, I'm going to bring the rotating grapple for this machine over here. It's just going to be nice to help start sorting through all these logs and load the truck. It's going to be a little awkward loading the truck there, as tight as that easement is. Taking all these and grabbing them and shoving them into a pile right there. Come on. Well, we broke something. And let's take some more down. Well, things are going pretty good. Starting to get this dump site area open. This is going to be where the log deck is, and I'm going to clear out probably another 100 feet or so, maybe 120, 30 more feet. That way, kind of open. It's just a bunch of small crap. Get all that stuff taken down, piled up. That way I have a spot to dump on my brush, and that'll give them a spot to be able to get trucks in here and turn around. I might have to go a little bit farther than that just to make sure I have enough room to stack all this brush up. But I'm finally up the hill. As you can see, it's quite the hill. I left these bigger trees for now. I'm gonna wait till I have some room up here opened up, then I can drop these down, drag them up. But yeah, that's pretty steep right there. The excavator really didn't want to climb it, so I'll probably have to take that tree down and cut this down just a little bit before I can even get the truck up that hill. It's gonna be interesting stuff I get myself into. Well, I was able to get 4 hours in today. I'm gonna grab these logs. The rain's coming. Go up there and drop those off. Go grab lunch real quick. Come back over here. The rain will probably be here by then, and start grabbing enough of those logs, the pulpwood pine logs, taking them up there to the road and stacking them up to make a load for him to come get, hopefully later on this afternoon. So kind of got this tracked in best I could by driving over it, and come back tomorrow and work on that section right there, getting that opened up to be able to dump all my brush in there.